What's up, guys? We're back. It's January 22nd, Sunday. I'm in between two football games right now, so I know that there's been a lot of people asking me for kind of like an update on the Edinger, which is what I'm looking at right now. So my Edinger today, Sunday, starting to kind of like form flowers. If you go over here, I can see some of these also. See if I can zoom in a little bit so you can see what it looks like. But yeah, it's starting to form some flowers. So as you know, I have a marker on my stake. You see that blue marker right there, which is right there? That's the 5 foot mark. So as of right now, this is what my Edinger looks like. It's outgrowing the pole or the stake, and it's doing well. I think that this year, because of all of the rain that we've gotten, this guy is gonna explode. I think there's gonna be a lot more flowers forming, which is a good thing. So what I'm going to try to do is do this all in one take. I'm just gonna hit pause and walk over so you don't see me walking, but the goal is to kind of show you some of the different things that are happening in my little mini grove. So hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully things are doing the same for you and your mini grove, and you're starting to get some flowers on your Edinger also. But if not, then just wait it out, because I think this is the year. All right, 2023. All right, so I got a request for a look at my surprise, and same thing. You see that stake? You see that blue mark, which is right there? That blue mark is the 5 foot mark. And you know, I planted this in spring of 2021. It grew in 2021. 2022 it kind of grew. I was hoping for some flowers in spring of 2022, but nothing. But now we're coming on spring of 2023, and let me show you. I think there's stuff starting to form. I hope it's flowers. If this thing does not flower this year, which is let's see if I can get in there so you can see it. If this thing does not flower this year, I'm probably gonna pull it out, because we want fruit, and if it's not gonna fruit, then there's no point in keeping it, right? But on the flip side, I get it because of where I have this thing. Let me back it up a little bit so I can show you some of my other varieties in this roughly the same area. Here's my Forte. See, the Forte is like not doing too good. I got the blue mark right about right there, and you can see the leaves it's struggling. And I think a lot of the reasons why it's struggling, and I think I've talked about this in the past, is that I have big eucalyptus, like right here. So going straight up. So all of these eucalyptus I think is problematic. The leaves are not doing great, and I think it's just the fact that it's here next to the eucalyptus causing some of the problems that we have. So I mean, it's doing okay. This Forte is supposed to be pretty tough. I'm gonna hang on to it. If it doesn't do well this year, again, might have to rip this thing out, put something different. But on the flip side, don't know if I'll put anything in this area because it's just not doing too well. I mean, the Surprise, which is right there, it's nice and green actually. It's doing good. It's just not flowering. My Forte right here, not doing great. Just kind of same old, just hanging in there. One or two little flowers, but nothing else. So let me show you my Mexicola also. Same thing for this Mexicola. So I initially, when I bought this, the tag said Mexicola, but after reviewing the fruit, I think it's a Mexicola Grande, and this is part of the problem with the avocados and buying it from a place that may mix up the tags. So this Mexicola, I'm going to call this a Mexicola Grande because it kind of acts like a Mexicola Grande. But if you look, the leaves are yellow, same thing. I've seen a couple of, it looks like it wants to, let me see if I can focus here. If it's not going to focus right, then it is what it is. But trying to form some flowers, but not doing great. So my plan is to graft some unique Hawaiian varieties that I'm going to get from a fellow YouTuber that I've been reaching out to. So I hope I can get some from him, and I'm going to graft it onto this guy because it's a Mexicola Grande. It's not been fruitful, and not sure if I really wanted to keep it anyways, but we'll see. Then on the flip side, I just planted this gem out here, and this gem, if you go in, let's see if I can make sure it focuses correctly. See that? It's starting to, even here, look at that. See if I can get it to focus correctly. That's the start of some flowers. And I just planted this recently. And it's also underneath a eucalyptus, and it's doing okay. So if I go over here behind it is my Jim Bacon, and this Jim Bacon last year flowered a lot. This year it's starting to flower again. It's end of January, starting to flower again, and the flowers are coming on, so excited about that. So let's go back a little bit, and as I walk backwards, trying not to fall, here's Edronal. Edronal is doing the same thing. See that? Flowers are starting to form. So exciting. This is supposed to be one of the varieties that is a B type, and it's supposed to be really good tasting. So excited to have this in the yard, and excited that it's starting to kind of like form flowers. So I almost forgot. Dropped that on the ground so I can talk about avocados. Okay, so now I'm on the other side, and this side I want to show you my Carmen Hass. This Carmen Hass has one fruit that kind of held on. Let me show you that. You can see that held on, but it's starting to form some flowers. See all that? Every one of these top sections, it's definitely doing something. So I'm optimistic that this is going to be a good flowering for this year. So excited about that. And as you know, the bacon, which is back there, you see that? Doing great. My olive, I trimmed it, so everything's been trimmed up. And there's still fruit on this bacon, and I've allowed a lot of the fruit to kind of stay on a little longer. It's definitely ready to be picked. Let me pause it for that airplane. Okay, sorry about the airplane noise, but figure I wanted to show one more thing, and that one more thing is this: a reed from Brokaw. So as you can see, here's the tag. I decided to put this here. This is one of the prime spots, and it's next to my Washington Navel, which is actually, the fruit that it has is absolutely amazing. It's super sweet. It's really good. It's just not doing too well. So as you can see, there's some fruit on the left hand side here, but all of those are just amazing, really good tasting fruit. But I know that it's kind of like going downhill, and I figure eventually it's probably going to die, and I'm going to replace it with something else. Don't know what, but might be another avocado. But I did plant a reed from Brokaw because, as you know, I've gotten a couple reeds that I bought from the Home Depot, and I suspect that they're not reeds. So this is what I've planted right here. So this is something new for you guys that haven't been, well, I kind of haven't shared it with everybody yet, but I'm excited to have this in the ground. And I need to do my little blue marker on my stake there so you can actually see and kind of follow along on the progress. But it's in between. I have my Gwen, which is right here, still doing good, and there's the reed, and back there, all right, here is a green gold, and right here is the Carmen, and then the bacon, my dragon fruit, which has given me a lot of fruit so far. It's pretty good, just in a pot, and of course the Esther right there. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen with this Carmen this year. It's looking like it's going to flower like a lot, so we're going to see. But hopefully you guys are all doing good. I got to get back to the football game here, and I'm going to try to just upload this so you guys can see where I'm at. But we'll figure out as we kind of grow this year. And my expectations for this year is, with all of the wet winter that we've had so far, is that we should have a lot of flowers and a lot of fruit. So I'll keep you guys posted, and follow along. If you guys haven't subscribed, you should, just to see where we're at. And if you're doing the same as me, growing a bunch of different avocados, it's going to be a journey that we're going to be on together. So talk to you guys later. See ya.